What's up? It's your boy MC from MCTV. Hey, I don't want to say this, y'all, but Dillian Whyte, he just got knocked out by Tyson Fury. I don't think Tyson Fury had anything in his gloves. I don't think, Tyson Fury, you know, um, he may have been juiced up, but it didn't even seem like that was truly the issue here. He came in at 263 with this fight with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, he came in around no, he came in at 266. Dillian Whyte came in, I think, about 253, about close to 10, 13 pound difference there. Yeah, let's just put it how it is. Dillian, his game plan just wasn't, stellar. He didn't come in there and execute the best game plan against a Fury, who just is bigger and broader, and probably has more energy if he is on any type of roids like that. Uh, hey, babe, yeah, Dillian Whyte just got knocked out, but I wasn't banking on him anyway. Yeah, they just fought right now. At the end, like the seventh round, I think he got knocked out by uppercut in the seventh round. He didn't do enough, Tyson Fury, the more active fighter, throwing a lot more punches. He was jabbing a lot more, from what I've been hearing. Dillian Whyte didn't have a jab compared to what Fury was putting out in the ring. Fury was constantly putting out something, definitely the more active fighter. I don't know why anybody going against Tyson Fury would have considered his endurance, his stamina. That's been tested and proven many times over with or without steroids. The man has got one thing down for sure. If it wasn't punching power, which we all know he has because of how big he is, how could you think he doesn't possess any type of power? But we all know there's one thing he's gotten down for sure. It is lasting over 6 rounds in the ring. 7, 8, 9, 10 plus easy. Getting to 12 rounds easy with people. Tyson Fury may have some stamina issues, but I don't think those are the biggest issues as a heavyweight that he possesses. That's one of his best things on his side is his ability to remain in there in the later rounds in the ring and gas out his opponents whilst hugging them, headlocking them, and putting his weight on them. Like I said, this was a different type of fight. His fight, he had Kinahan on his team. He had the mob ties helping him maneuver and to get where he is today to even be fighting Whyte. So let's be honest about that. Kinahan and them and the mob ties, they had their hand in those Wilder matches, okay? Otherwise, I don't think those Wilder matches would have been remotely the same as what we saw the first, second, or third time, especially the second and third. But fair and square, he beat Dillian Whyte. I didn't think Dillian Whyte was the greatest, but I thought he had a great chance, and he probably could have done a lot better. I didn't like how this fight went so early. This fight didn't even garner as much attention as you can see as a guy like Boxing Eagle State, Spencer Ugas, or, a Spence Crawford, or even a Canelo fight. This fight just didn't garner that much attention or attraction, They were lowballing Dillian Whyte, giving him 20% of the purse. Even though they're saying that they sold out Wembley Stadium at 94 plus thousand, along with a lot of other ways to get revenue. Yeah, Fury was not impressive. Okay, in the seventh round he lands an uppercut. We expect, a real Fury let's just assuming that he didn't cheat and all that was real, which we know is not, and we know he cheated. We expected like a Superman to be walking in that ring. That was not no Superman the way Dillian was absorbing 99% of them punches, and considering Dillian got knocked out recently, got like 2 losses. Lost to what's his name? The other dude in the UK. But he's got the losses on his record. He's been knocked out before. We don't expect nothing crazy out of Dillian. We know he's a vetted fighter. He has an amazing resume, great resume. A lot of head games played to him before the fight and up to the build-up of the fight. I'm not saying that's the sole reason that he lost. He lost fair and square. It is what it is. Dillian Whyte is a great, well-rounded fighter, still one of the best heavyweights out there. Definitely not the best fight or the best matchup that could have been made. Dillian Whyte versus Fury. I don't think anybody asked for that. It's something that was just kind of forced. I still think for some reason, Tyson got all this with ill-gotten gains, and that's why there's a weird vibe about it. There's a weird feel about it. Not even just this last fight, just everything before it. It was all ill-gotten. There just seems to be this negative, nasty energy about it. I think we all know that, and that's why I think guys like me know rightfully so deep inside our soul that Deontay Wilder should definitely be the reigning champ, if cheating hadn't took place. I think that the field would be different. The energy around the heavyweight division would be different. As long as Tyson Fury's reigning, I think there's going to be this dull, nullifying energy that we can't resonate with because it's not really real. It was set up. It was orchestrated by the Kinahans and the mob ties. They allowed certain things to happen, certain powers to maneuver in such ways, to allow this type of BS to be what has to, join our screens, in our home. We don't want to watch this BS. This was a garbage-ass fight. Just like, Canelo, Bivol, and all these other BS fights that are coming up. I'm a real boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, I'm not saying the man cheated. He didn't really cheat in the ring at all. But, I suspect, no one came out and showed us papers of what's really in these guys' system. But, they got all types of shit. You can't tell me nothing, man. But ironically, this is the fight where the Kinahans get pulled. You know, his financial advisor, the one who got paid, 3 to 6 million, out of all the Deontay Wilder fights, MTK Global, all that shit coming out. What's next? I really don't care. I honestly believe, even though Wilder hasn't fought in the ring as of late, I think he is still the reigning #1 heavyweight champion of the world. I can't see Tyson Fury like that or Dillian Whyte as his opponent. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy MC from MCTV. Y'all know what it is. I'll be back at y'all with another video. If there should be another fight next against Dillian Whyte, they should put Dean White up in there against him. Somebody his own size.